Hey guys, we're in the Pineville Cemetery in Pineville, Kentucky in Bell County. Now Pineville is notable for a couple of things. It's the county seat of Bell County, so you'll find the Bell County Courthouse here. It is the home of the Pine Mountain State Park. And high above Pineville, you'll find a chain rock, a rock so dangerous they had to chain it down to keep it from getting away. But right here in the Pineville Cemetery, you will find a very notable thing. MARILYN Monroe's sister is laid to rest here in the cemetery. Her half sister, through the mother, which I don't like the term half because I've never seen half of a person. I prefer maternal sister. Bernice Inez Gladys Baker was born July 30th, 1919 in Venice, California. Her father, Jasper Baker, some accounts says after he divorced Gladys in 1921, he kidnapped Bernice and brought her to Pineville. Other reports just says he brought her to Pineville. At any rate, Bernice grew up a quiet life, went to high school here in Pineville, Kentucky. Ultimately married Paris Miracle. They had one child. During that pregnancy, while she was pregnant with their only child, she received a letter from her mother Gladys informing her that in 1925 she had gave birth to a sister. And that sister was Norma Jean Baker. Norma Jean Doherty. MARILYN was known by a couple of different names in her young life. She had a very unstable life. The mother had emotional problems, as both the sisters confirmed later in their life. At any rate, her grave is here in this cemetery. We're going to go take a look at it, and we'll talk a little more about how that come to be.
I'm just amazed that MARILYN Monroe's sister is buried right here in Pineville, Kentucky. That's just amazing.
Yeah, that's something, you know, somebody with such a close tie to one of the biggest celebrities in the world. Yes. I mean, you think about celebrities, I don't think there's many bigger than MARILYN Monroe or John Wayne, you know. So
yes,
yeah, that is absolutely amazing. But no, she's resting here. In 1944, after exchanging letters, her and MARILYN actually met. And accounts from her book she wrote, she actually wrote a book with her only child, her daughter, in 1994, My Sister MARILYN, which I suggest, you know, you can still dig that up on Amazon and stuff. In accounts in that book, they become quite close. Close enough to the point that when MARILYN died, her sister Bernice and MARILYN's second husband, I believe it was, Joe DiMaggio, who sent her roses for many years to her grave, had the roses put on MARILYN's grave daily.
That's what I was reading.
Yeah, but anyway, it was Joe DiMaggio and Bernice who planned MARILYN's funeral, who picked out the dress and the coffin together. And that's like I said, that's a undebatable fact according to what I read. So I did not know that. Now the mother, like I said, had emotional problems, you know, probably, you know, some form of mental illness. She I'd say Bernice was lucky that she escaped being raised by her mother, because MARILYN had a very turbulent early life and possibly, you know, led to the problems she had later in life. It was the way she grew up and was raised by her mom there. But anyway, Bernice actually ended up being the caregiver to Gladys, her mother, hers and MARILYN's mother, before she died. She took care of her in her last days.
Wow.
Yeah, so close ties to that. That is just amazing. Also, an interesting thing, Bernice said she didn't believe MARILYN's death was suicide. She said that MARILYN had talked to her, and she was interested in picking out curtains for I think a house or apartment or something she had got, and said she was in good spirits and was planning for the future. And that was just a few days before that happened, you know. But everybody has their theories on that, don't they?
Yes.
But at any rate, I think it's safe to say that Bernice had a much quieter, much more normal life than MARILYN had.
Yes.
You know, I think they looked alike.
Oh, yes,
if you look at some of these
absolutely.
pictures
Yes.
there, and some people I was reading had claimed that they never got to be that close, but they took a lot of pictures together. So
Yes, they have.
yeah,
I was looking at
so I think the book's pretty accurate. I've not read it, but yeah, you don't take that many pictures of somebody unless you're pretty close to
Well,
it.
you don't do arrangements for someone's death
yeah.
if you're not very
Yeah,
close
and
to
I
them.
think Marilyn, the life she led and not having a lot of people she could trust, was probably pretty happy to find out she had a sister. And we're going to go right down here, I think. Where it's at. Have we overshot it? No, here it is.
There it is.
Here it is. Now, right here in the Pineville Cemetery, I beg pardon for the traffic sound, but this
And the
cemetery is
wind
next to a
today.
road. Yep. Right here, somebody has, oh, here it is. Wrong grave. We'll leave that in the video. Somebody has some flowers on it. Is the husband and wife. There's the husband of Bernice. Passed away in 1990. Paris Miracle. Married October 7th, 1938. And there is Bernice. 1919, 2014. She passed away. Hey, she lived a pretty good long life, didn't she?
Yes.
Blessed in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Apparently to have a better life than her sister. Right here resting under this beautiful tree. There. In the movies and stuff they show graves under trees so much she kind of has a movie grave considering her sister was
That's just amazing.
a huge
that
movie star. Yeah.
There lays Marilyn Monroe's sister.
Yeah, there
Here in Pineville,
under this
Kentucky.
tree is Marilyn Monroe's sister.
And she
Right here, yep. And I'm thinking possibly this big stone would be her husband's parents. So this is like a family plot here.
Yes.
Her last physical contact with her sister, from what I found on the internet, was in 1961 after Marilyn divorced her third husband, the playwright Arthur Miller. Her and Bernice met in New York. Marilyn also recently had, I think it was gallbladder surgery, I believe. And they'd met, and that was her last physical meeting with her sister. Bernice had said in the book that I don't think she committed suicide. Said it could have been an accident because she just talked to her, and she was in high spirits planning for her new home. So she wasn't really suggesting foul play. She was more so suggesting she thought maybe it was an accidental overdose or something,
Well,
but not on purpose.
Well, most people would with their sibling.
Yeah.
That you talk to them daily and know the plans of what they're planning to do
Exactly.
in the future and what they've been telling you in their plans.
Exactly.
It would very much shock you. So
Yeah,
I
and
can see why that she would say that.
And an accident isn't as sensational as suicide or murder, so that would be pushed and more sensationalized.
And depression is one of those things that you can't predict that no way.
Well, like I said, the mother had real problems.
Could be going on.
Yeah, the mother had real problems with that stuff. Hello. So, Marilyn could have inherited that, or it could have been from the way she was raised by the mother, like I said. At any rate, here is Marilyn Monroe's sister's grave.
First time I've ever visited here.
Yep.
I don't have any family here that I know.
It's a nice cemetery. I'd like to.
Very nice and clean.
Yeah, you can't
Very
say
nice and
quiet
clean.
though.
You can't say quiet. The traffic's there.
It's
The
next to the
helicopters
road.
take off in the hospital.
Yeah, we just had a helicopter take off.
It's not quiet,
came in
but
here,
it's certainly
so,
beautiful.
yeah.
That is for sure.
But right there is a connection to, like I said, not just any star,
Yes.
but possibly, can you think of a bigger female star than Marilyn Monroe even to today?
As in my dad's words, as he would say about Marilyn Monroe.
Oh,
I think she's the most beautifulest woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, there's a story we can tell. Your dad, Papa Coyote, as the folks on the channel knows him, he got in trouble a couple of times for talking about Marilyn Monroe. when your mom was alive. Yeah, he said she was the most beautiful woman on earth.
Said that's what he heard. Now that's what it's supposed to.
And then he said after his wife gave him a nasty look, he said that's what I heard anyway. He was a big fan. He tells a story of seeing a movie with her. You know, well, not with her, but a movie that had her in. I'm sure he'd have liked to see a movie with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. But really, folks, can you guys comment? Can you think of a bigger female star? Like I said, if I had to name the two biggest movie stars, be Marilyn Monroe and John Wayne.
She started out in modeling. Right?
Yeah. And of course, Elvis, you know.
Didn't she start out modeling?
Yeah, she started out modeling, and they were stories that she done other stuff to survive too. Like I said, she had a troubled youth.
Yes. Wow, this is a beautiful cemetery.
Yeah, yeah.
It's well kept.
Yes, it is.
From what I see,
it's a lovely cemetery.
You know, there's the Pineville Hospital.
Yeah, there's the Pineville. Well, it was the Pineville Community Hospital now.
Has it changed names?
Yeah, it's changed names a couple
But it's
of times.
still in Pineville. So,
yeah. That's a hospital formerly known as the Pineville Community Hospital. It's like Prince. But yeah, Marilyn Monroe, John Wayne, Elvis. And you guys think of
someone
anybody bigger than them?
What was her name, Bernice?
Yeah, somebody down here in Pineville might have went to school with her or a daughter and knew her.
It's a small town. If you're watching this and you know her, let us know. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
Stories of that.
That's just that.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I just like, it's like we gotta go do and see this, you know.
Yeah.
Hell, look at that.
Is that hill working? Is that killing you?
Yeah. Look, I got my workout today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good little hill.
Did it get you?
That's a pretty good little hill. But no, Marilyn had so much influence. You think about Madonna and so many people today that was influenced by her. Hey, do you guys remember the first Marilyn Monroe movie you ever saw? Post it here and talk to us about it. The first one I seen was I was a kid, and I think it was on like the Late Show on a Friday night. Some Like It Hot. Very funny movie. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe. Very funny movie. It still stands up today.
Wow.
There and you don't remember, do you? I'm sure your dad remembers the first one he's seen.
Wow.
Wouldn't you say it? You remember the scene, though, the iconic scene of standing over the grate. I don't know what movie that's from, where she's standing over that subway grate.
I don't know.
And that draft caught her.
I just know that white dress is just like her trademark.
Yeah, it was iconic.
You think of Merlin in the white dress, but there you have.
Yeah.
Merlin's sister laid to rest
down there
in Pineville.
Under that tree.
Yes, amazing. Amazing what you find out.
Yeah.
Things you don't know.
From your viewers.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is beautiful down here. This is just absolutely beautiful. Go up the park, get your exercise. You walk up this cemetery.
Give them a shot of it.
Yeah. You live in Pineville. Right here's a place to come. Come up here and walk up one side of the cemetery, and you got your day's exercise.
Yeah, McDonald's is down there.
Yeah.
Calories right back.
Yeah, you can stop at McDonald's right there.
Put your
at the foot of the hill.
Right back with apple pies and strawberry pies.
Yeah. Put them right back.
Yeah. Yeah, the town is a very nice little town.
Yeah, it's quite
very
nice little town. If you would like more about this story, search up the book My Sister Marilyn by Bernice Merkel and her daughter. They co-authored it together. Just Google in, like on Amazon, My Sister Marilyn, and you'll get the book and you read more. Rest in peace, Bernice and your husband and your sister. I hope her soul's found peace. What do we say at the end of these videos?
Bye.
Bye, folks. God bless you. Thank you for joining us today.